Just checking if we're in the same
dimension.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
So we just came back from New York yesterday and we will share some really cool tips with you. Basically our travel bucket list. We picked top things that we did there.
The things we would do again if we would be there.
Exactly.
Again,
so basically the best things of New York.
As a tourist. Bucket list thing number 1.
Biking through New York.
First I was a bit scared because it is kind of dangerous. At least not dangerous, but you have to be aware.
Yeah,
because
there's a lot of traffic.
There's a lot of traffic. But in the beginning we were only walking around like 15 kilometers per day. And our feet were hurting so much. And in the end we were like, why are we not actually taking the bike? Because then you see more of the city in a shorter time period.
You can just do so many kilometers through different kind of areas and neighborhoods. There's a really good option there in New York. You have like NYC Citi Bike. You can rent it, I think, for 24 hours, $12.
It's quite convenient because when you're driving around and then you see a spot you like, there's so many places you can drop the bike and then you get a new one. Go on with your bike tour.
Bucket list number 2.
The HighLine.
So the HighLine, I don't know how many years ago there was a railway and it went from upper to the lower Manhattan and now it's just like rebuilt old railway track. Okay, so it's just like a really cool walk through the city, 10 meters above the ground. And
yeah, it's like a nice view down to see the traffic and all
a lot of plants. Also, a really important thing is that you go there in the morning. Yeah. We were first time.
Afternoon, right?
I think it was like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it was so busy.
It's not fun.
You can also get some coffee and snacks there and we just had a coffee and walking around, and the second time I enjoyed way more and it's such a super beautiful place. Yeah, so I would definitely say that's a bucket list thing you should do if you go to New York. Bucket list thing number 3.
A boat ride around Manhattan.
But I mean, our boat ride was a bit rainy, to be honest. I mean, you've done it twice. You've done it last year and this year with me again. But this time it was raining cats and dogs, but still we were like, we're gonna go on that boat tour. But it's super nice to see the city from sea point of view. It was also a very funny experience.
And we booked a ride with Groupon. Yeah, I think it's just super important that you don't go with the first boat. Yeah, just go with a boat around 1 or 12.
Because then you can avoid these super big tourist groups. And that's just probably not the nicest experience. So probably go around midday. But it's totally a bucket list thing because in the end you can also see Brooklyn Bridge from the water and it's nice.
Unbelievable!
Now we're alone.
I had the best time ever. Okay, so number 4 would be definitely the Brooklyn Bridge / the flea market there.
So it's every Sunday from 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it's a flea market and it's super cool because you find the most random things you can imagine, but also beautiful things such as jewelry. But you also get, what was like the most random thing you saw?
A lot of random things.
They also have got like coffee and food, and then afterwards you can explore Brooklyn a bit more.
It's just a cool place. Brooklyn Bridge Flea Market Sunday at 11 o'clock. Be there. Yeah. Bucket list number 5. I would definitely say it was the Rockefeller Center.
Yeah.
And not Empire State Building. That was my second time. The first time I went, it was like in the afternoon at 3 o'clock. And now with Francesca, we went from 6:30 till 10 o'clock.
So we wanted to go for the sundowner.
We took a lot of time because we wanted like to experience the like this changing the lights from afternoon to the sunset and then night. And I think it's pretty cool because if you want to go for the sunset, I think it's even more expensive. But if you have enough time to spend there, just go a bit earlier and go at 6 o'clock. Take some food. That's also a really good tip. Yeah. We were eating some dinner there.
We took some stuff with us. No, actually, I think we were even longer there because at the point where it was completely dark, all the tourists leave. And then it's not that busy anymore and it's actually super romantic to be up there and to see the city and the city lights. As you said, the first time you went was in the morning, right? So it wasn't that busy because in the evening it was very, very busy.
If you want to take a photo like this, then you have to probably go before 2 o'clock.
The sundowner was amazing.
Even if you're in summer, take some clothes with you because it does get fresh.
Yeah. Okay, bucket list number 6 would be definitely pizza!
Pizza!
99 cents pizza, very important. / Joey's Pizza, I have to say. They're there forever. They've got like a few shops in the city.
It's kind of the most famous pizza in New York.
Joey's Pizza.
And the pieces were $3, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually not the $1 pizza, but we have to include Joy's Pizza because it was fucking amazing.
You have to take a photo with the employees. All the stars, all the famous people that live in New York City, from rappers to actors to singers, everybody everybody was there. So everybody took photos with them. And you can see this photo hanging on the wall of Joey's Pizza. So I think that's a really cool thing to do.
The quality was nice. It was just appealing experience. But then we also tried, in comparison, the 99 cents one. It was also good, right?
It was good. Yeah, it was really good.
$1 pizza before bed.
I have nothing to say. It's super good, and especially what is really cool, like in Europe you don't find this dressing that you can put on top, especially like oregano, then you like spices,
garlic, and they even, I mean, there was cheese on top, and then they had this Parmesan. Buongiorno. So you could put them on top as well, and we totally, we got really into that. We're gonna link you all the shops down below so you can find them if you go to New York and you fancy a good piece of pizza, you know what I'm saying? Also super good.
Bucket list number 7. I would say Chinatown and
now short switch to
Chinatown.
Little Italy.
In the morning!
Especially in the morning to see how funny.
Let's just do a morning session there.
You can see the stories that I made.
Yeah.
And don't take it like...
It's just you can have a good time in the morning, I guess.
Walk it like I talk it, walk it. Walk it like I talk it, walk it. Walk it like I talk it, walk it.
Yeah.
Everybody was
going for fighting.
Because in the evening, for example, Little Italy is super beautiful, but in the evening you have to check because some places were like super touristic and some really look super authentically Italian. You have to be careful where you go, where you spend your money on. And Chinatown, I think it's just interesting to see. And during the day it's also cool because we took the bike through Chinatown.
It's basically, you have this feeling that you're not in New York anymore.
It's a complete different culture in US.
Shanghai.
Yeah.
You're in Shanghai for, I don't know, 10 minutes,
Yeah.
1 hour. Everything is just written in Chinese or in Italian. And I think it's a super interesting thing and a must thing to do in New York.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, bucket listing number 8 would be the sunrise run. To be fair, it was not like the complete sunrise. We didn't start at like 5. We started at like 6-ish in the morning. Super cool to see the city wake up.
We were sleeping in Brooklyn, so we went from Brooklyn to Manhattan with the metro, and we just ran through Chinatown, Little Italy, and through downtown Manhattan. Just explore the city.
And what's also cool, when you run the city, you see in the morning, for example, Chinatown, Little Italy, nothing was going on at like 7.
Everything closed. And it's 7 o'clock.
8.
Even at 8 or 9.
Yeah. Then you went to Manhattan and everyone was going to work and everyone was so busy already. So you see the differences in the whole city areas, which is cool.
Bucket list that I didn't know before till I met Francesca is thrifting.
I'm gonna pop some trash.
I only got pocket thrifting.
Yeah, we only needed $20 in our pocket and we got the most amazing stuff.
Okay, so thrifting, a must thing. You heard my throat?
Thrifting.
A must thing to do in New York, especially in Brooklyn.
Unfortunately, we found out at the last day that Brooklyn has the best thrift stores ever.
Like ever?
Like ever. We found amazing pieces, such for example this belt I'm wearing right now. Yeah, we found some cool stuff. You have to search a little bit, but you find some super cool treasures.
For example, my underwear. No, I'm kidding.
I have to say, it's way better to do secondhand shopping in the US because I think in many heads of the people, it's like they go to the US and they buy so many new things, but actually it's better to buy secondhand, huh? Yeah.
Like the jacket that I got was from Ralph Lauren retro jacket. Probably it cost like 300 euros.
Easy.
Easy. And I paid 22 euros. Yeah, sometimes you have to be just a little bit picky that you don't really take. You know, some stuff can also be a bit like dirty.
You need a good taste.
Good taste because there's also a lot of trash.
Yeah.
There are actually some people who are giving away really cool stuff for nothing.
We're gonna link down the best shops we went to. So
in Brooklyn and in Manhattan, right?
Yeah. Okay, so our last bucket list thing, which is actually for me, which was one of the highlights, I have to say, was the helicopter tour on top of New York, basically. How do you say?
Flying above New York.
Flying above New York. Easy.
Doors off.
Doors off, very important. It was such a nice experience.
I already did it last year and we did it with the company called FlyNyon. It's not that we do any kind of promotion or for them or anything. Don't book it immediately. They're always having some kind of actions, like especially if you subscribe to their emails, they are always sending like 40% off or 50% off. And we paid,
we had 50% off.
I think we paid around $500 for 2. And the thing is, it starts in New Jersey and it flies to Manhattan, to the Central Park. It does like a round, goes down to the lower Manhattan, comes back to New Jersey. So you have to think about it. They have also second option. There is like 15 minutes flight. It's super short. Don't do it.
No.
If you do it, go for the longer one, 30 minutes.
Or don't go at all.
Yeah, because
it's so dramatic, but
no, you don't have time. You know, of course, you want to take some photos, you want to take some videos, and in half an hour you can do that with enjoying. Because 15 minutes, you just come there and go back, and you basically just see the skyscrapers. And with half an hour flight, you go there and you really cruise around the city. I think that was it.
All right, that was our top 10 bucket list thing what to do in New York.
Exactly. I would do them all over again.
Yeah, me
if I would
too.
go again.
Okay, so we hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe!
And like.
See you next time.
Ciao.
Ciao. Yeah.
Now she's hungry.
I am hungry now.
And cut.